Dear students, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you? I hope best for you. I Mukesh Kumar welcomes you to online Mukesh Online Academy. आपका मुकेश ऑनलाइन एकेडमी में स्वागत है एंड वी आर डूइंग द मैथ्स ऑफ क्लास 8 फ्रॉम द एनसीईआरटी बुक एंड दैट इज द चैप्टर 3 वी आर डूइंग अंडरस्टैंडिंग quadrilaterals. Okay, I hope you would have seen the last video in which we had discussed about the introduction of the chapter. Okay, I hope you must have seen that. If you have not still seen, then I have given the links into the description. You just go through that. Okay, before doing just watching this video, because you will get the help from that video to solve the questions. Okay, and in this video we will be doing the exercise 3.1. Since we have discussed the basics of this exercise into the previous video, so it is better to you to watch that video. Okay, now have you taken out your notebook and pen? If you haven't, then take it out. Practice the questions along with me. You know, practice is the key, only key for the success into the maths. More you practice, more you get. Less you get practice and less you get. So I hope you want to become the best into the maths, so practice it. Okay, and if you have any doubt about any question into the video or into the chapter, then you can write to me on the WhatsApp or email or in the comments. So we will make another video for your doubts. Okay, and start practicing from some other private books also. Okay, when you practice more questions, you get more basically. Okay, and if you want to get the live online classes through Zoom app, then definitely you can write to me on the WhatsApp or email, and we will be happy to share the details with you. Okay, and I hope you must be getting knowledge from my videos. Kindly share it with your friends, subscribe to it, ask your friend to subscribe. And in this video, we will do the exercise 3.1. So let's start the exercise 3.1.
So dear students, let's start. And in the last video we had done about the introduction. So today we will do the exercise 3.1. Okay. So now let's do the first question of the exercise 3.1. So in the first question, some figures are given. Okay. And in these figures, out of these figures, we have to classify them as a simple curve, as a simple closed curve, polygon, convex polygon and concave polygon that we have to classify. Okay, so now let's answer the questions. So let's see the first one. A part we need the simple curve. Okay, so we can see this first one is a simple curve. Okay, this second is also a simple curve because it is not being crossing from any point. Okay, in third we have the two circles, so it is not a simple curve. Okay, fifth is a simple curve, sixth is also a simple curve, and seventh is also a simple curve. But in 8 we have the two circles joined with the line, so that means we have just lifted the pencil. Okay, so this is not also the simple curve. So what are the simple curves that we will write? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 and 7. So these are the simple curves that we will write. Okay, the second is simple closed curve. Now again check simple closed curve. See, the first one is closed, second is also closed, fifth is also closed, sixth is also closed, and seventh is also closed. So the same answer will apply to the B also. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 and 7. These are all the simple and closed curves. Now see the polygon that we need to find. As we know that polygon made up of the line segments or the sides. So the first one has the sides only, second one has the side, third and fourth are not they are not the curve, basically simple curve. Clear? Fifth is a curve, it does not have the side. Same 6 also, it has the sides line also, but the curve also along with it. Okay, so these are not the straight line, this is also not the straight line. Same here, these two are the straight line, but this is not a straight line, this is a part of circle. So the polygons here are given the 1 and 2. D, we have the convex polygon. The convex polygons here means all the points should be outside. Here we have the one point inside. Okay, means the one diagonal, if we draw it like this, then one diagonal will come which is coming into the exterior. Okay, so this is not a convex polygon. Here in the second, yes, both the diagonals are coming in the interior. So that means the convex polygon is 2, because we have only 2 polygons here, so only the second is the convex polygon. Now we need to know the concave polygon. See, as we just saw earlier, in the first the diagonal is outside, is in the interior of the polygon. Okay, so this is a concave polygon. Okay, so the simple curves are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 and 7. Same are the simple closed curves, and polygons are 1 and 2. Convex polygon is 2 and the concave polygon is the first one. I hope you have understood this question. Now let's do the second question. So now the question is given that how many diagonals does each of the following have? Okay, if you remember the formula, yesterday I had told you the formula about the number of diagonals. So what was the formula? That number of diagonals is equals to n bracket n minus 3 divided by 2. This is the number of diagonals that we can calculate. So let's do the first one, the convex quadrilateral. Okay, in the convex quadrilateral, okay, whether it is a convex quadrilateral or whether it is a concave quadrilateral doesn't matter. Okay, it has the number of sides 4, so means n equal to 4. So that means we just in the formula put the value 4 bracket 4 minus 3 upon 2. So that means 4 into 1 by 2, 2 to the 4 equal to 2. That a convex quadrilateral have is the number 2 diagonals a convex quadrilateral have, or if you know that directly, you can write the answer directly also. Okay, or if you want to do it by calculation, you can do by calculations also. Now regular hexagon. Regular, whether it is a regular hexagon or irregular hexagon doesn't matter. What matters is the hexagon, and hexagon has the number of sides 6. So now let's use this 6 into the formula. 6 into bracket 6 minus 3 upon 2. So that means 6 into 3 by 2. So 2 3 are 6. So 3 3 are 9 diagonals it has. If you remember. Okay. Now the C part we have a triangle. Okay, and as we learned yesterday also, triangle do not have any diagonals. So just use the formula. Here we have the 3 sides. That means 3 bracket 3 minus 3 upon 2. That means 3 into 0 by 2, so which is equal to 0. So it has so regular hexagon has the 9 diagonals and the triangle has the 0 diagonals. And if you remember yesterday, I had told you a triangle has the 0 diagonals, a quadrilateral has the 2 diagonals, a pentagon has 5 diagonals, and hexagon have the 9 diagonals, and so on. Just you add increasing way. Okay, either you can learn the table or it is better to learn the formula to get the number of diagonals in the quadrilateral. I hope you have got this question. Now let's do the third question. Third question we have, what is the sum of the measures of the angles of a convex quadrilateral? Will this property hold if the quadrilateral is not convex, and make a non-convex quadrilateral and try? Okay, so quadrilateral. Okay, I told you the formula, the sum of interior angles of a polygon is n minus 2 into 180 degree. Okay, or you can just learn it directly. Okay, in this where n is the number of sides. Okay, a quadrilateral has number of sides equal to 4. So that means let's apply it to formula. So 4 minus 2 into 180 degree. So that means we got 2 into 180 degree. So that means we got the 360 degree. Okay, whether the quadrilateral is convex or concave. Okay, see, this is a convex quadrilateral. Then the sum of this angle, and this angle, and this will be 360 degree. See, this is a concave quadrilateral. that means the sum of this angle, sum of this angle, sum of this angle, and these are the interior angles. Then again also it will be 360 degree. So it is the 360 degree for both convex and concave. Okay, I hope you have understood this question. So sum of the interior angles of a polygon, we have given the formula. So in case of quadrilateral, it is 360 degree. Whether it is a convex or whether it is a concave, it does not matter. Okay. Now the fourth question. See, in the fourth question, the table has been given where the number of sides have been given and the angle sum means this is the angle sum property, which means the sum of the interior angles. For the triangle, we have the number of sides 3, then the angle sum is 180 degree. Okay. For the quadrilateral, we have the number of sides 4, so it became 360 degree. Okay, we can write here 360 degree. Okay, here the number of side is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So that means it became 5 minus 2, 3 into 180, that means 540 degree. Okay, here number of side is 6. This is the hexagon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here we have the 6 minus 2, 4 into 180, that means it is 720 degree. Okay. So in the first it is given 180, in the second it is given 360, in the third it is 540, in the seventh it is 720. Now they are asking you the question, now what can you say about the angle sum of the convex polygon with the number of sides 7, 8, 10 and okay. As I gave you the formula that the sum of all interior angles of a polygon is equal to n minus 2 into 180 degree. Okay, so that means we have got the answer of the D part. Okay, if the number of side is n, then this formula will become n minus 2 into 180 degree, that we can arrive. Now A part. So A part, we have the number of side 7, so that means 7 minus 2 into 180 degree, which means the 5 into 180 degree, which is equals to 900 degree. So if the number of sides is 7, then the answer will be the 900 degree. Okay. Now then we have the 8th number of sides. Okay. So that means we can just 8 minus 2 into 180 degree. So that means 6 into 180 degree. When multiply it, it will come to 1080 degree. This is the answer when the number of sides are 8. Now the number of sides are 10. C part, we have now n equal to 10. So that means the number sum will be 10 minus 2 into 180 degree. That means 8 into 180 degree. So we can multiply it, 8 0 0, 8 8 is 64, 8 1 is 8 or 6, 40. So 1440 degree is the answer for this question. And already for the D part, we have arrived at the answer n minus 2 into 180 degree. So by learning this formula, we can calculate the sum of any polygon. So or you can learn the table as I gave you the yesterday in the last video also. Like if it is triangle, then it is 180 degree. If it is quadrilateral, then it is 360 degree. If it is pentagon, it is 540 degree. If it is hexagon, it is 720 degree. If it is heptagon, then it is 900 degree. If it is octagon, then it is 1080 degree. If it is nonagon, then it is 1160 degree. If it is 1260 degrees, and if it is decagon, then it is 1440 degrees. That means we are just adding 180 at each step. Either you learn this way or you learn with the formula way, whichever you find easier, that you can do that. Okay. Now let's do the fifth question. In the fifth question, we have what is a regular polygon. Okay, we have discussed the definition of the regular polygon in the last video. Okay, and then we have to state the name of the regular polygon of 3 sides, 4 sides and 6 sides. So see, we have already discussed this question into the last video also. So now let's do it again. The regular polygon is which is equilateral. Equilateral means all sides equal, and equiangular. Equiangular means all angles are equal, interior angles. Okay, so we can say that if in a polygon all sides and all angles are equal, then it is said to be regular polygon. Okay, so what is the definition of the regular polygon? If all the sides of a polygon and all the angles of a polygon are equal, then it is a regular polygon. So just the name of regular polygon with three sides. So regular polygon with number one three sides. So we call it equilateral triangle. Okay, it is called equilateral triangle. So this is the equilateral triangle in which all sides are equal and each angle is 60 degree, 60 degree and 60 degree. Second, four sides. It is called the square. I told you the square. Okay, in the last video also. Okay, so this is the square where all sides are equal and each angle is 90 degree. 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree and 90 degree. Third, with six sides, it is called the regular hexagon. Okay, now there is no special name given for it. It is just called the regular hexagon. See, this is the regular hexagon where all sides are equal. This is equal, 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 and sum is 720 degree as we just learned above also, and you divide it by 6. So this each angle will become 120 degree. This is also 120 degree, this is also 120 degree, this is also 120 degree, this is also 120 degree and this is also 120 degree. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. So this is how we can do the fifth question. This we have discussed into the last video also. Okay, now let's do the sixth question. See, in the sixth question we have to find the angle measure x in the for each of the figure. We have the four figures A, B, C, D, and we have to find the measure of the angle x. Okay, so let's do the first part, A part. See, the A part is having the four sides 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is a quadrilateral. So that means the sum of the angle of the quadrilateral is 360. So A is the quadrilateral. Okay, so that means the sum of the angle 50 degree, 130 degree, 120 degree and x will be equal to 360. So you can say that the 50 degree plus 130 degree plus 120 degree plus x equal to 360 degree. So 50 plus 130 180, 180 plus 120 is 300 degree plus x equal to 360 degree. Now we will take 300 to the other side. So the x became equal to 360 degree minus 300 degree, which is equals to 60 degree. So the value of x here is this. We have got the 60 degree. Okay, this is clear to you. Now come to the second question part. See, second part is also a quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is also quadrilateral, but outside this angle 90 degree is given. So first let's say we just use this angle as a y. Okay, so if it is outside 90, then y will also be 90. This we have learned into the class 7. So the y for the B portion, we will just first write the y plus 90 degree equal to 180 degree. Y 180 degree, as we have learned into the class 7th also, it is a linear pair. Okay, the two adjacent angles are where when they are on the same line, then they become a linear pair. So that means y will be equal to 180 degree minus 90 degree, which is equal to 90 degree. So that means now this angle we have got the 90 degree. So now we can do the same way as we have done the A part. So we can do that 90 degree plus 60 degree plus 70 degree plus x equals to 360 degree, because sum of all the interior angles, this angle, this angle, this angle and this angle will be 360 degree. So it became 9, 6, 15, 722 plus x equal to 360 degree. So that means x equal to 360 degree minus 220 degree, which is equal to 140 degree. Okay, so we got the value of x as a 140 degree. So here the answer will be 140 degree. Now do the C part. See, C part we have the 5 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 sides. So that means it is a pentagon. Okay. But outside angles are given. So here what we need to do, we just can write this angle 1 and we can write this angle 2. Okay. And we will find the same way that we have done into the previous question. So we can use write that angle 1 plus 70 degree will be equal to 180 degree. Why? Because it is a linear pair. Just like this that we have written here. Okay. Now the angle 1 will be equal to 180 degree minus 70 degree. So that means which is equal to 110 degrees that we have got. So that means this angle that we have got is 110. Same way we will find the angle 2 also. So angle 2 plus 60 degree will be equal to 180 degree. So they are also the linear pair. Okay. So the angle 2 will become equal to 180 degree minus 60 degree. So that means angle 2 will be equals to 120 degree. So this is the one that we have found. This is the 2 that we have found. So this is the 120 degree we have found. Now we have found all the interior angles 30, 1, 2 and x. Now we will add them. So that means 30 degree plus 110 degree plus 120 degree plus x plus x. That means we have taken this angle, we have taken angle 1 that we have found here 110 degree. We have taken angle 2 which we have found here 120 degree. Then this is x given, this is x given. And now we know that the sum of interior angles of a pentagon is 540 degree that we just learned into the last question also. Okay. So now we will just add them 30 plus 110 140. 1 and 120 is 260 degree. And x plus x that we have learned into the linear equations is 2x equal to 540 degree. Now we will take 260 degree to the other side. So that means 2x will be equal to 540 degree minus 260 degree. So that means 2x equal to it became 280 degree. When we subtract them, we will get the answer 280 degree. So now we will take 2 to the other side. So x will become equal to 280 degree divided by 2. So 140. So that means we got the value of x as a 140 degree. So here also it will come 140 degree and here also it will come 140 degree. So the value of x here we have got the 140 degree. Now let's repeat it. First we need to find the interior angles by using the exterior angles, because angle 70 and this angle 1 will be 180 degree. So we will get the angle 1 as a 110 degree. Okay. Same way angle 2 and angle 60 by using it we will find the angle 2 degree. Then we will add all 30 x, this 110, 120 which will be equal to the 540 degree. Now we have got the equation made, and now by just transposing them just like solving as a linear equation, we got the value of x as a 140 degree. Now let's do the D part. See, in the D part we have pentagon 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. And all these sides are equal. These symbols represent that all these sides are equal. And all these angles are also equal. So that means it is a regular pentagon. But doesn't matter whether it is a regular pentagon or whether anything, it will going to have the same angle sum property. So that means in the E part we have the 5 angles, that means x plus x plus x plus x plus x, which is equal to 540 degree, that we have just done into here also. So we have 5x. We have x 5 times, so it becomes 5x equal to 540 degree. So that means now we will take 5 to the other side. So x will become equal to 540 degree upon 5. So 5 and the 5, 0, 5, 8, the 40. So we get the value of x is 108. So here we are getting the x as a 108 degree. Okay. So in the first one we got the answer 60 degree. In the second one we got the answer 140 degree. In the third one we got the answer 140 degree. In the fourth one we got the answer 108. I hope you would have understood this question. To find the missing angle x, what we have used is the angle sum property for their respective figure. Okay. Now let's do the 7th question. See, in the 7th question we have to find x plus y plus z, and here we have to find x plus y plus z plus w. So now let's do the A part first. Okay. So in the A part we have this angle Z. Here we are having X. Here we have angle Y. So that means we have to find X, Y and Z separate. Clear? So to find the X basically, so X plus 90 degree equals to 180 degree, as we have learned into the 7th class or in the previous questions also. That means this is a linear pair. We can write L dot P. Okay. So X equals to 180 degree minus 90 degree, so which is equal to 90 degree. Okay. Now we have to, so this X became the 90 degree. Now we have to find the Z. So the same way, Z plus 30 degree will be equal to 180 degree, which is the linear pair. So that means Z became equal to 180 degree minus 30 degree. So that means Z equals to 150 degree. So here we have find the 150 degree. Now to find the Y, we don't have the angle here. So let's say this angle we can write angle A. So first what will be used? We will use the angle sum property 30 plus 90 plus A. Okay. So 30 plus 90 degree plus A. Okay. Will be equal to 180 degree. This is the angle sum property of triangles that we have used. Okay. So 120 degree plus A will be equal to 180 degree. So that means A equals to 180 degree minus 120 degree equals to A equals to 60 degree. Okay. So now to find the Y, so A plus Y is equal to 180 degree. So that means 160 degree plus Y equals to 180 degree. So that means we got the Y equal to 180 degree minus 60 degree, which is equals to 120. Okay. This is, I hope, clear to you. Now we have found angle Y as a 120 degree. So now we can do the X plus Y plus Z equals to X is 90 degree plus 150 degree plus 120 degree, which will also be equal to 360 degree. So what we have got the answer? 360 degree. See, we have followed a very long method because we do not know, so that sum of exterior angle of any polygon is 360 degree. That we will learn into the next exercise. Okay. So right now I have told you by a long method. In the next exercise we will just have a very short method. You just conclude that the sum of the exterior angles, these are called the exterior angles. This is the exterior angle. This is the exterior angle that you have learned into the class 7. And the sum of all the exterior angles of any kind of polygon is always 360. Okay. Now same way we will do the second part also, B part. Okay. In the B part, same way we will find the Z. So Z plus 60 degree equals to 180 degree, means Z equals to 180 degree minus 60 equals to 120 degree that we have found. So the Z we have found is 120 degree. Now we will find the Y. So Y plus 80 degree equals to, this is also called the linear pair, equal to 180 degree. So this is also called the linear pair. So Y equals to 180 degree minus 80 degree, which is equal to 100 degree. So this we have got the 100 degree. Now we will find the X. So X plus 120 degree equals to 180 degree. So this is also the linear pair. So the X equals to 180 degree minus 120 degree, which is equals to 60 degree. So this X we have found the 60 degree. Now we do not know the W. So to find the W, first let's say this is A. So first we need to find the A. So that means A plus 120 degree plus 80 degree plus 60 degree will be equals to 360 degree. This is the angle sum property. Okay, that we have used here. So that means A plus, this is 260 degree equal to 360 degree. So that means A equal to 360 minus 260 is equal to 100 degree. So this A we have got 100 degree. From this 100 degree we can find the W. Okay. So now let's do it here. Okay. So that means W plus 100 degree equals to 180 degree, which is again linear pair. So that means W equals to 180 degree minus 100 degree, which is equals to 80 degree. So we have found the W as a 80 degree. Okay, so now we have to find the x plus y plus z plus w. So what is the value of x that we have got? 60 plus y is 100 degree that we have got, plus z we have got 120 degree, plus w we have got 80 degree. So this is 200, 300, 360 degree is the answer. Therefore also we have got 360 degree. Okay, so see what we have done in this question. We have just found by using the linear pair property that you have learned into the class 7th. Okay, by getting this exterior angle. Okay, but to find w we have to find the a also. For this purpose we use the angle sum property of a quadrilateral. Okay, then we use the angle a to find the w. Now by adding all these we got the value 360 degrees. So remember, the sum of exterior angle of any polygon, whether it is a triangle, whether it is a quadrilateral or any shape, is always 360 degrees, but their interior angle sum always differs, but the exterior angle sum is always the same. I hope you understood this. Okay, so now we have completed the exercises 3.1 that we have completed. If you have any doubt, then you write to me in the comment box or in the WhatsApp or email. Okay, dear students, in the next video we will do the exercise 3.2 and the related examples. Okay, this exercise is actually based on the question number 7 that we have just done into the exercise 3.1. Okay, there you will get the simple formulas. So by getting the simple formula you can calculate them very easily. Okay, so thank you so much for your watching. Write your comments about the video, about the topic into the comment box, or you can write to me on the WhatsApp or email. Okay, and practice the question. Practicing the question in maths is very much important. More you practice, more you get, and I hope you must be practicing. Okay, and if you want to do the live online classes through GMF, then also you can write to me on the WhatsApp or email. Okay, I have given into the description. Okay, I hope you must be enjoying my videos. Okay, kindly share it with your friends, subscribe to it, and ask your friend to subscribe. Thank you so much.